Public defenders is called out of touch. Ugh. You got to make sure he's up to the job.
Yes, I thought it would because of the nature of the comedy is simple. It's just for laughs. It's just to try and make people have a good time for 22 minutes. It's not topical. We don't get too serious. And if it's good jokes, it's good jokes.
For years, Night Court delighted audiences with its quirky humor and beloved ensemble cast, spearheaded by talented actors like Harry Anderson, Markie Post, and John Larroquette. But while the on-screen chemistry seemed effortless, tensions simmered behind the scenes. Now at 77, John Larroquette has finally opened up about his true feelings toward one particular co-star and his time on the show. And the truth may shock longtime fans. John Larroquette's portrayal of Dan Fielding in Night Court became one of the most memorable aspects of the show. The character, an arrogant, womanizing prosecutor with a sharp wit and exaggerated confidence, was brought to life with an energy and comedic timing that earned Larroquette widespread praise. His performance didn't just resonate with audiences, it also caught the attention of critics. Larroquette won 4 consecutive Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series, an unprecedented achievement at the time. But while the spotlight seemed to shine brightly on Larroquette, the actor later admitted that working on a fast-paced and high-profile sitcom wasn't always easy. The ensemble nature of the show created unique challenges, especially balancing screen time between a large cast of characters. In interviews, Larroquette has suggested that this pressure wasn't always evenly distributed, saying, "It was chaotic. Everyone was doing their best to get their laughs, and you had to hold your ground." The high-pressure environment only grew as the show gained momentum. By the mid-1980s, Night Court had developed a loyal fan base, and the writers relied heavily on Larroquette's charisma and comedic abilities to elevate Dan Fielding into a standout role. This made him a central figure in the series, but may have also added to occasional off-screen tensions with cast members. After all, when one actor's star rises so prominently, it can unintentionally create friction in an ensemble setting. Larroquette himself has reflected on the surreal nature of those years working under such tight deadlines. In a candid interview from 2017, he remarked, "There was so much happening, and we were shooting almost constantly. It felt like we were living the courthouse chaos off-screen, too." Balancing the grind of sitcom production with the need to consistently deliver high-energy comedic moments wasn't always easy, but Larroquette's performance proved critical to Night Court's enduring appeal. Still, the pressure cooker of success came at a cost, and it's no surprise that cracks occasionally formed between the cast members behind the camera. These moments of tension, however, never seemed to overshadow Larroquette's ability to command the screen, nor the enduring love for the character he brought to life. While the cast of Night Court was often regarded as a close-knit group, there were moments when personal differences behind the scenes disrupted that harmony. The sitcom's broad humor and eccentric characters relied on each cast member bringing something unique to the table, which made the dynamic work on screen. However, not all relationships behind the camera were as seamless as the show might suggest. One particular co-star, whose presence on the show was integral to its success, reportedly clashed with John Larroquette over time. This actor played a role that fans saw as the heart of the series, someone who brought a sense of balance to the often chaotic courtroom proceedings. Despite this, tensions between the two actors developed during the show's run. It might surprise fans to learn that Larroquette's frustrations were reportedly directed toward Harry Anderson, who played Judge Harry Stone, the quirky, magic-loving judge presiding over the Night Court. While Anderson's character served as a moral compass and voice of reason amid the absurdities of the courtroom, off-screen, their personalities didn't always align. Although Anderson was widely appreciated for his affable nature and improvisational style, it's possible that these same qualities presented challenges when Larroquette's more structured approach to acting came into play. In ensemble productions like Night Court, where comedic timing and control are key, such differences could easily lead to frustrations, even among talented performers. To this day, Larroquette has kept his reflections on this tension relatively measured. While never outright disparaging Anderson, Larroquette has hinted in interviews that not all relationships on the set were entirely smooth. The respect they shared for the success of the series likely prevented their behind-the-scenes differences from overshadowing their on-screen chemistry, leaving fans to believe they were as united as their beloved characters. At his current age of 77, John Larroquette has spoken with surprising candor about his time on Night Court and his struggles working alongside Harry Anderson. While he has often been reserved in publicly discussing behind-the-scenes tensions, Larroquette did admit that their personalities and work styles clashed during the show's run. Though he stopped short of expressing outright animosity, his reflections shed light on the professional hurdles that arose. One source of tension came from their differing comedic styles. Anderson, known for his relaxed and improvisational approach, often brought an unpredictable energy to scenes. Larroquette, on the other hand, preferred calculated precision in his delivery, wanting to focus on the rhythm and timing of the script. This stark contrast, while creatively productive on screen, sometimes created friction off-camera. Larroquette has noted this divide in past interviews, saying, "We just operated different. We didn't necessarily speak the same comedic language." Additionally, Anderson's role as the lead and fan favorite sometimes placed him squarely in the spotlight, further distinguishing him from Larroquette, whose biting humor and secondary character arcs relied on less attention. While Larroquette thrived in his supporting role, marking his place in the series with standout performances, this secondary positioning may have occasionally fueled frustration in the ensemble environment. Larroquette also pointed to Night Court's grueling filming schedule as a factor in amplifying these clashes. As the show gained popularity, episodes were produced under tight deadlines, with minimal room for rehearsals or error. The resulting chaos only heightened the differences between Larroquette's preference for preparation and Anderson's more easygoing spontaneity. Still, Larroquette has never framed these disagreements as personal. While reflecting on their relationship, he admitted that these professional conflicts were unavoidable in an ensemble setting, saying, "We weren't friends, but we were colleagues. There's a difference, and that's okay." His admission, while brief, paints a picture of two talented individuals whose creative differences weren't always easy to reconcile, but who ultimately respected the work they created together.